Hello and welcome to another update video about VeChain. The VeChain chart found resistance at the upper boundary line of this ascending trend channel in this original target area that we talked about, which I'm not showing here on the long-term chart, but I'm basically watching for two scenarios here. I'm watching for two potentials and try to explain it as simple as possible. I'm only going to focus here on this sort of time frame here. I think anything else might make it very complex. Yeah, it's not the most straightforward chart, and I hate charts like that because VeChain's chart, for example, topped in a three-wave structure. That always leaves a lot of room for interpretation, so we have to take it level by level. But a lot of people asked for a VeChain update, and yeah, it did move. So let's talk about the structure on the chart first, in which we have an ABC structure to the upside in wave A, which topped on the 16th of December. A, B, C in a larger A wave. Or well, depends on where we count the top, because I don't believe this is actually very reliable. But does it matter? Not really. We then had a dip in a B wave. That's one interpretation, right? Into our support zone. And from here, the market has started quite an impulsive looking rally, but only in three waves so far. You see three waves so far. Now, this at the moment could be the C wave. And the very first target for the C wave, so we take the length of that A wave, then we go to the low of the B wave, and we measure to the top of the C wave. To be fair, maybe I should actually reduce it down a little bit because I don't trust this wick to the upside. So it just reduces it slightly. But the very first target for the C wave is actually pointing to the 100% extension level. And it's at 7.3 cents. So this would be the very first target I'm watching for this C wave to the upside. Market should get there if this is indeed the count. And in this scenario as well, to keep going, we need to see the price break above the upper boundary line of the price channel and hold ideally the 3.65 cent level. This is micro support relevant for the C wave, which seems to be unfolding as an impulse, but we only have three waves up. So I'm currently watching for the price to possibly hold support in a consolidation, and the ideal support zone is between 3.65 cents and 4.22 cents. And then from here we could carry on in wave C. This is one scenario I'm watching. However, as you can see, we also have a 5-wave move to the upside pretty much. And this is the original scenario we talked about throughout the last few months actually. And in this scenario, we had a wave 1 to the upside, a wave 2 to the downside, a wave 3 to the upside, a wave 4 to the downside, and a wave 5, to be honest, could be in. So in the blue count, we actually have a 5-wave move up, basically a diagonal pattern. Okay, so this means once we have 5 waves up and we have a confirmed top in place, it's possible that this is a so-called 5-wave move in wave 1, a leading diagonal, and then we can add a support zone for a wave 2 pullback. But I'm not going to do that until we at least have some indication that a more substantial top is in place due to the potential of this C wave. So all I can say, we have two scenarios I'm tracking here basically. One is this ABC, which is quite aggressively bullish, short term at least, and could get into this region 7.38 cents, maybe 9.5 cents, 11 cents. Whereas this wave 5, I mean, if we talk about what are common targets for a wave 5 in such a diagonal, let's put them on the chart. We see obviously that the third wave anyway is pretty extended. Let me just find these. So yeah, the third wave reached here round about the 200% extension. Let me add that as well. Which means that for the fifth wave, we normally want to see a step higher. So yeah, you see, wave 3 reached a 200% extension of the initial wave 1, common in crypto. And the fifth wave reached actually the 2.618. I mean, honestly, we've got 5 waves up and it reached that key target that we talked about that anyway. However, I have no confirmation of a top. I think the risk is high here for a pullback because we now have those 5 waves up, but the context also allows for this larger ABC structure, okay? So it is just something I'm observing in parallel. And I would say I'm following the white one primarily because the uptrend isn't broken. But below 3.65 cents, I will assume the blue count is playing out. And we have a top after a 5-wave structure. And I will then add a support area for the 3-wave pullback. And then we can look at this as a 1-2 setup. Okay. So I don't think now is a great price to enter. I think it might be wise for anybody who entered in our support zone to just, manage risk and let it play out, or take some partial profits. But obviously it rallied from support into resistance. And, just on this time frame, yes, it could move higher quite substantially. And I'm following that primarily right now. But a break below 3.65 cents will mean that this here was a wave 1. And we are getting this A, B, C structure in wave 2. And once that gets clear, I will add a support area. So in terms of that, we need some further clarity, either through a break below support, which is defined on the chart, micro support, or with a break above the ascending trend line, the upper boundary line of that ascending channel, to suggest we're heading towards the 7.38 cent level. But yeah, certainly nothing bearish here at the moment in the short term. 5-wave move up, looking okay so far. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.